Yo yamamo akwa basronko so eba eye POG Media so. Yesterday safi no aba obe subscribe na wa like eye dwumadi no e de amay obetimi so ahye dwumadi no na afoforo enso ensa akabi, and please click on a notification bell no so send e be ya ye any news be to platform no so a won so wahunu de eko ene ne eba na uwie so a wo de wadwenkyere ene unsem bisa owo no ede ahye under the comment section nim ede amaye yebedamase abribia se monye edi dwumayi na yebesere se eja munya ye ho abotre na dwumadie no eya na enafom yakwensem no so no Prof Jane and they were sure say ampa eye Ghana politics no eba politics eba knowledge about Ghana ye politics or ye just say one of a kind or ye they with them na we ye abra eye NDC for alanche eye dwumadie bia ye frɛ no eye voice in vote out ewo eye incline bonten so a na eye maami ede ensem bebree dey etudwa efa eye Ghana economy apro atete eye Ghana for yasetene mu a enye eye Ghana ye haw ene ya benedi a ye de ye di a kyese ama kyese aye asema ahomete na we na ye maame no ede ensem bebree atudwa afa all these things. That is what's going on no owie ye no na otache on eye NDC their strategies, especially John Dramani Mahama, his 24 hours a year economy or they ba abe change the destiny of Ghana ye crisis ye kumno mami adin sembebri will be a knee what se ampa this kind of strategy no nyet bosirim kakekebi nemum no adia to say NDC amanyuku no ene John Dramani Mahama amanuku no omoda yeso kese say ene oma reshi mu kese say when they implement this 24 hours economy na de kwan san de ogie ebeba Ghana fo yeso ama Ghana fo yenya a deliberate economy ama Ghana yen hyehyeye akoso na aboaye dada asetenemu na mami okasano she was very passionate about everything that she was saying ampa udifata se John Dramani Mahama sa odeni ye no 2020 the flag bearer and as the vice president ana fofia ntwata anye de anye yi no na mami so asa kire se no kre se man that opportunity e ma ne beye mampani abedi kire edema John Dramani Mahama ampa onimdie bibra ode be dey ode be boa Ghana ama Ghana ayede etumpon so yenko na yenko kotie ensama maame no ede yede ede tudwa medamase.
Well, thank you very much. I think we can do it better for him. Now is the hour, and in I like the sound of that. In 2020, something happened to the NDC. That which happened is what we all supported and what all of us were clamoring for. The NDC saw a new face, a phenomenal human being, an outstanding person, and somebody with vision, passion, and dedication to the service of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2020, the NDC chose a wonderful woman, a mother, and someone we all do adore. This year, hopefully, inshallah, that change and that wind which sends shivers down the spines of all political opponents will continue to send that shiver down the spines of all the political parties. And we do pray and we know that is going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we all be upstanding as we welcome up here our mother, Her Excellency Professor Naana Jane Opokwajaman.
Thank you very much. Oh, please sit down. Thank you so much. Let me begin by acknowledging Big Brother, Honorable Dan Ngodapi, and all distinguished persons, the media, all of us. Please consider yourself individually addressed and acknowledged. Greetings to everyone. I think my job has been made much, much easier by all the speakers who have come before me. But let me thank the initiators of this movement. Thank you for explaining what brought this up. Thanks to everyone who has supported them till now. And I want to thank you for the kind invitation to be with you today. I'm very grateful. So your theme is vote, voice out, vote out. And you've heard so much about that, so I'll skip it. Otherwise, I'll be speaking for a long time. But the one area I want to emphasize is the importance of working with the structures, so that we are not seen to be having splinter groups. We are one party. And everything we do moves towards one end. And I want to thank you for that. I don't want to embarrass anyone in this room, but I'd like for you to show by hand how many of us have visited our branches since 2020. If we haven't, it's not, let's clap for those who have. The rest of us who haven't, it's not too late. Let us do that. Let us visit our branches. Let us know who the branch executives are. Let us work with them. Let's not show up at the last day when they don't even know us. And then there'll be suspicions. It's not necessary. So let us build our synergies into a whole. And I believe that that will be even more effective in propagating voice out, vote out. It is a collective responsibility. Gone were the days when we have to tell others where we are and what the previous government has done. Today we all live it. We feel it. We know it. We don't need much convincing. But I want to re-echo what Honorable Dan Ngodapi said. It is not all about the city. It is not all about our convenience. Wanting change in a society is not about our convenience. Actually, it's about our discomfort. It's about moving out, and it's about studying, it's about listening, and it's about learning. It's about identifying, and it's about speaking for those who don't have a voice. It's not about speaking for ourselves. And I want us to bear this in mind as we voice out and as we vote out. Working with the youth is always, at least for myself, is always so satisfying. Being on campus, maybe because I've spent too much of my life on campus, it's always like coming home. The youth must be interested. It is about your lives ahead of you. You must automatically show interest in what is happening in the country and how to make things better. Honorable just talked about those in the days gone by. They didn't wait for anyone. They fought the governments when they thought that what they were doing might not help their future. So please voice out. We live in a country where we have come very far in terms of media space. We've come very, very far and very, very quickly. There used to be only the state-owned media. Now, you can just sit in your room and set one up. But it must be set up for a purpose. And the youth, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to voice out in the interest of those who don't have any means to voice out. I used to tell my students on campus those days, you know, once in a while, sometimes not once in a while, quite often, there'll be something they are not happy about, and so they embark on a looter. Then they'll end up in my office with their petition. And I used to tell them, you know, one day I'll join you. And then they say, yeah, what kind of day will that be? I said, the day when you go on a looter in the interest of your brothers and your cousins and the people in your community who have no opportunity to speak for themselves, who have no opportunity to go on a looter. The day you hold that a looter for them, I'll even pay for the band. And then would diffuse tension. But I was very serious. It's about using privilege for those who don't have the privilege. Otherwise, why do you think you are the one to have that voice? Use it in the interest of those who don't have a voice. And those days, you know, the media space wasn't so open, so friendly. But today, we have elected to go on the democratic path. So what do we not expect? We don't expect anyone to be bundled off to an unknown destination because he has spoken. We don't expect anyone to be...
Na uti eye ensamo a eye Prof Naana ede ituja chese asefem. Eye all this voice in, eye voice out ni dwumadie ni nyina no echre eye Ghana. Ye hypocrisy anase yenye fair to eye NDC eye amanyuko na ekame akoye say Ghana de se MPP ebefro abenwa no anase MPP ba into governance a eye hawa Ghana fo simi criticize wo mo eye hawa eye mpanimfo asofo eye ahemfo ene omo maka no esimi eto omanugu eye MPP so na ewo fom sanso na ohwe eye NDC amanyuko na omo ba eye into power eye Ghana for ano edin power omo so yi atese enya agodie na sansem we ena eye enam so ama eye NDC has launched eye this particular eye program chese enya agro chese eye maami ede ho nsem bebre eye dey etudwa chese eye very interesting na emu so ede oye Ghana for one positive thing about eye this and say you have a hope in eye NDC. They are coming back, and I say eye John Dramani Mahama they coming back because no he has been in the government before, so he knows everything about governance. He knows the do's and don'ts about governance. Onim die eko ene die eba. So yanko na yanko tie eye dwumadie no ento aso na ye bae de dia kanan so be de ebesomu.
The view somebody doesn't like. We expect the media space to be used to voice out the things we like, the things we don't like too, and to ensure that everybody has a voice. Democracy must allow different voices to join in the conversation of nation building. And I kept saying that, you may not like the way somebody has said something. That's the style. How about the content? Maybe the content is not so bad. Pick the content, use it. But you don't go hounding people because, I don't like your face. And you didn't vote for me, so I won't mind you. No, that's not what we should be doing. We should understand our roles as leaders and pay them accordingly. We heard once some time ago, remember that song, Teachers Are Suffering. Do you remember? Yes. Nurses are suffering. Trainees are suffering. And the non-trainees are also suffering. The trainers are suffering. Today, what happened? That is why you need to voice out. You must voice out. And as I said, yes, for yourself, but also for others. Always bear those people in mind. It can never be for yourself. We can use our voices to proffer good alternatives, like the 24-hour economy. How many of us have bothered to understand that? There are many people who can help us. Let us be prepared to learn. Let us be prepared to propagate the alternative. What we have is not king. We all know that. We once were told that the culture of silence had descended into this country, and that a certain lecturer, one my colleague from the academy, broke that silence. So why is it back? Or is it back? It's back. How do we break it? By voicing out. You must voice out. At the very least, you get the frustration off your chest. If nothing at all. If nothing at all. To keep all that heat in you is not helpful. And what I find a bit disturbing is that, yes, we all know it's bad, and they come and tell you quietly. I said, how did we get here? When you guys come, do this. When you guys come, do that. And I said, you see, you are giving us so much homework. But you must also give us the means to get the homework done. And this is why this cannot be the job of only the people who have proposed VOVO today. It is everybody's responsibility. And it is everybody's responsibility to ensure that we get the results we need to get. We are not leaving it to somebody. We are leaving it to us. Yes, as leaders have a specific role to play. We know. But it's not all about the leaders only. It's about all of us. And everybody can be a leader where they are and do a good job and do it well. Some are speaking undertones because of fear. There's retribution. Even the media people don't have their space. Don't talk to this one. Don't allow this one to come on your show, and so on and so forth. What is that? That is rather a demonstration of fear on their part. Therefore, you shouldn't be afraid of them. If you have the confidence and you believe in what you are doing, it doesn't matter what another person says. So you see, we need not be unnecessarily fearful. Or what is it? That if you don't join the praising choir, then you should be prosecuted. For what? And you know, dissent will always have some space for improvement. So we must also be courageous enough to listen to dissenting voices. I think that is a sign of courage. And if you want to suppress everybody's voice, then you must step aside. It means you are not willing, and to a large extent, you are not capable. You see, we can't all be the same. Even if you had a small class, 40 students or so, how do you expect everyone to be the same? It doesn't happen. So you must be sensitive to the variety of people you are working with. And that is why we have a multi-party democracy. People will join what they want. And they may not necessarily agree with you. So if you decide that you're going to use the state machinery to intimidate, to murder, to kill, to destroy, then you are not ready. Therefore, you must vote out. And when you must voice out with conviction. Voice out with facts. Voice out devoid of insults. I think I said elsewhere that if insults built a country, would have been the most developed in this world. it hasn't taken us anywhere. And if you must vote out decisively. It's not about a small margin and we are going for a runoff. We are not going anywhere. We should vote to win. And a lot depends on the preparation we make. It is not about, oh, they have won already. Have the results been declared? No. So whenever people say that, oh, I said, until the votes are counted, until the results are declared, we are not there yet. We have work to do. We have enough students in the tertiary institutions who belong to TAME to go out and do the legwork. And I know you can. And that is why I'm counting on you. I know what the youth did when I was blessed to become Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast. I'll just call them and tell them, my folks, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? They'll come with the most brilliant ideas. We achieve so much, and I give the credit to the students. I know what the youth can do. You know, this, and elsewhere, it is the students who volunteer to become the equivalent of polling agents. Why do they do that? They're not saying pay me. They're not saying bring me A, B, or C. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I'm just, because they understand that when these people come into power, if they succeed as a youthful person, I will benefit most. So I should be interested that things go right. We need to begin to think around that too. If they come with all their sweet talk, one district, one factory, one village, one dam, what else? One constituency, $1 million every year. And so on and so forth. That too. Yeah, thank you very much. Now I think it's better. The students will be the ones to analyze all those things closely because they know that the outcome has a lot to do with their lives. So whether they are youth in anything, whether they are in media or wherever they are very, very careful about that because they know that decisions will affect their future. And so they are automatically part of their parties, activities, and so on. And as I'm saying, we all have branches, we all voted. Let us go back there. Let's make friends with them. Let's attend meetings. Let's familiarize ourselves with whatever issues they are having. One of the things I worry about is every time that we vote, in our strongholds, that's where we lose most votes. Have you noticed? And I wonder why. What happens? How come that is the case? Maybe there are small things we can learn and others who can learn. And I'm very happy to see the thumb right in the middle of the last O. That is where it should be. Maybe that's what we are not doing right. Maybe all this going to the villages and so on, there's something missing that we are not getting right. So people are queuing in the sun for how many hours and then their votes don't count. Why would somebody do that? So the youth, and today I'm on your case, you can read and understand the new directions for voting. You don't need, why should somebody come and train you? You should go out and train others. Because you have the documents. You can read them, you can understand them. Hopefully, whatever the crimes of free SHS, I hope you can read. So you see, it's very important that we are able to voice out We have to voice out, because a frustrated people or a silenced people constitute a huge impediment to any social progress. It's in their head. How do you know what it is? Let them. Just recently, some kids went on demonstration. After all the paperwork has been done, then you arrest them, put them in different prisons. What have you achieved? You've achieved people who will never vote for you again. What have you achieved? That in a democracy, you can't even voice out how you feel, when others came into power by doing exactly that. Ghana must progress. Ghana must change. Ghana must change for the better. And the youth, you have a stake in this change. We all do, but maybe more for you. Ghana must be set free of intimidation, of fear. Ghana must be set free of anger and of hypocrisy. All those who used to speak loud against us, where are they? Ghana must be set free of frustration, of unnecessary bewilderment, and of destruction. Of destruction of our institutions, of our people, of our environment. We must be set free of helplessness and of hopelessness in our youth. We must be set free of joblessness. And above all, we must be set free of indignity, of miseducation, of our youth fleeing the country. Just drive around most of the embassies and you weep. These are people we have trained. They have skills. And their desire is to get out. Who is there to blame them? Who can blame them? What alternative are we offering? Our alternative lays in the 24-hour economy. And as I end, yes, I agree, and I congratulate everyone who's come here this afternoon. I congratulate those who initiated this program, everybody who has supported. We must all voice out. We must vote out. Above all, we must not be bribed out. If in doubt, those of us here, we are worse off than Asin North. If you don't know, go and visit that constituency. They refuse to be bribed out. They stood their ground and they let the world know and the government know that you cannot buy everything. Thank you very much.
Joe, you better must say, so unya obre na uti a yejumadi at the yede at the maye. Ghana, ebeye ampa, nibeye. So, yes, you know, some mumbre abre a ye MPP ne NDC, but say ye the BB kun China uwe a ye governance. Padia in Kakamia Kwese, a ye NDC, I was sort of a MPP. We are not being biased here. You can check the fact, the reality, and everything that is going on around in the Ghana, your governance. Ubon say a no ampa. NDC has been far better than a year MPP. Na enokran koda in channel. A year John Dramani Mahama and a Bawumia a year omumu drew on the ticket of becoming president of Ghana. No, John Dramani Mahama wore a better track record. Say a boa a year favorable. Say a boa a year or minor ama or minor etumpon. John Dramani Mahama or you tried and what tested. I just say a year Ghana for. Say yeah, obefra penyo na ebeboa pan. We are not doing any campaign here as compared to Bawumia as being a vice president. No, the track records and the say a dear bear pan a Bawumia can boost off in this current Ghana. So Oye Ghana ni a yesro ma yente won so voice miente woni emfa saa eye nkomo we hu ede na ususu hwan na ususu say obetimi abaye omaye Mr. subscribe like dwumadie no na share na afoforo enso ensanka be Mr. for achenchere ehye under the comment section no emumaye medamase.